My name's Aaron, welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic, doing really well. Today I'm reviewing Prada candy. £54 for 30ml, £72 for 50ml, and £80 and £92 for 80ml, excuse me. The top notes are musk, cocktail, heart notes are benzoin overdose, and base notes are caramel explosion. A refined veil of timeless musks drapes the benzoin and caramel notes, revealing an effervescent combination of defying convention. The silky, powdery texture of the musk brings a sophisticated and elegant character to the fragrance. So this comes with all its regulatory information, so this would be compliant and legal. Safe for you to use. It's got a CI number, CI 14700 red 4. So that means, to my mind, that they potentially could be colouring it to make it look benzoin, and benzoin is a very dark, reddy brown colourant. It does have benzyl benzoate, which is one of the constituents of benzoin, but benzoin is so much more than benzyl benzoate. It's slightly vanilla-y, it's amazing on gourmand fragrances, amazing in oriental fragrances, and can help to latch onto the skin and give a beautiful skin feel or sensuality. But it does have allergens in benzyl benzoate, so it's had to be used quite carefully. And also because it's quite thick, it can dampen down a fragrance. Perfumery is all about viscosity and accords. Enough babbling. Do we have our fragrance samples? Are we engaged with a high self? Let's get testing. So, masses of a top note musk and a clean musk combined with ethyl maltol whipping around the base to give a sweetness to it. Ethyl vanillin in there to help give it a real ice creamy feel. Incredibly stable and very long lasting. Ambroxan, Ice Super Vanillin, I would say Galaxolide, Hedione, Ethyl Vanillin, and this is a classic accord used in perfumery, and it's with the cashmere gives it a really soft, fluffy, powdery, and then increasing the candy feel with raspberry ketones. This is exactly what I thought it was going to be. It smells undoubtedly feminine, it smells undoubtedly sweet. Massive hedione at the top. But you can smell the musk in it. I've spoken about musk before, and musk are so important in perfumery because they can elevate a perfume, they can help to latch it onto the skin, and they can help to give the underlying feel of a fragrance. And in this, you want something elevating, sweet, and clean, and this is exactly what you're getting. This is undoubtedly aroma chemicals with some lemon in, and lemon helps to accelerate the fragrance up through, so you're getting a stable, long-lasting, sweet fragrance. Now this has similarities to Baccarat Rouge. It's quite similar, but it has got masses of sweetness to it to help differentiate from it slightly. Oak mossy raw materials in there help to give a earthy feel. I'm not detecting huge amounts of benzoin. On to my final thoughts. This is exactly what it says on the tin. It is sweet, fluffy, ice creamy, raspberry ketones, depth and substance to it. Incredibly long lasting, incredibly stable. This has been built by a massive company to fit a brief, built for money. Really can smell the ethyl vanillin in it. It's slightly crunchy, sort of. It's putting my teeth on edge, to be honest with you. So I go through my marks for you. Technically, it feels a little bit like painting by numbers, and it feels a little bit like a computer printout and then finesse slightly. But I can't imagine that this was particularly taxing for the perfumer who did it. It just smells like a academic candy fragrance, long lasting and projecting. But I'm going to give it a 4 out of 4 because I think it's really brilliant and it complies with all the regulatory paperwork, so it's safe and legal. I think it's worth the money. Dead on what I expected. It's exactly what I thought it would be for the money, actually. And on this journey, I'm starting to really understand that fragrances around this price tend to sort of be using the same raw materials in there. Hedionice super, musks, vanillin, ethyl vanillin, oak moss raw materials, ambroxan, and some sort of citrus to elevate through the fragrance with maybe some cashmere woods to help with that. I really would love you to smell this, and you'll smell the musk. The musk are quite apparent in this, and they have a slightly candle wax sort of smell to it. That's where you would identify it. Spray this on, leave it for the dry down, and you'll smell it. There's a candle wax smell, and that is the musk. And the musks are very difficult to identify. We sort of were quite blind to it, but you can train yourself to identify musks actually. Do I like it? It's okay. I think it's very unoffensive. I think it sets the brief, but for me it feels like that Jeremy fragrance and Baccarat Rouge. It sort of feels like a sort of thing blended together, and it's all a bit of a meh to me. I mean, I think it's very unoffensive, but I personally think women should smell a little bit more than flowers and candy shops. You know, there's so much more to women than this, and this is such a little box. Again, it smells of like little girls. My nieces would love this, but then the musk help to make it sort of slightly 16 to 20-year-old sort of fragrance. I'm going to say it's at a 7 out of 10. I think it's a little bit underwhelming, but I think it's very good for the price, and I think it's perfect for what it is. So I hope you love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content. Lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance reviews. I hope you're staying safe and well, and I'll see you soon.